Hello all, I'm back at the allotment in the polytunnel and I've set myself a little target. I've got my dahlias in here that have been left to dry out. Can you see that, folks? So they're all dried out, just needs a bit of soil shaking off, but they're all ready now. In fact, some of those they only need to have about 4 inches of that showing, so I could possibly go and get secateurs and cut those off. So now that they're all like that and they're all dried out, what we're going to do is wrap them in newspaper after I've shaken the soil off, and they're going to go into these 10-litre pots, and then I'm going to store them in the shed where hopefully it will be frost free. Now over the tops of these buckets I've got a nice thick blanket in there, so that will be placed over all the buckets with these dahlias in. We've got 3, 6, 8, 10, 12, there's probably 16, 18, 20, there's about 30 what need to go into buckets. Now some of them are going to be able to double up. I haven't labelled them up with colours, I'm not too fussed about that, to be honest. So let's crack on. The reason partly while I'm doing this now is I also want to clear this surface out and get all this racking. I don't know if we can see this here. It needs to get all organised all along here, ready for the spring. You need to be so many steps ahead. If something happens over the winter, I get chest infection or parents get ill, I need to be able to have a buffer zone basically. So that's the idea. While it's not too bad and I feel alright, I'm going to do this. So what I'm doing is going to stick some newspaper in these buckets. The newspaper always gives out a bit of extra warmth. It will act as a kind of an insulation as well. I'm going to drop those in. We'll see if you can see we've got another one there. Just shake the soil off, as much soil off as I can. And that can go in there. And we've got a wee one here. Look at that. So that one can go in as well. Another one here. Look down here. I'm just looking for my scissors. I'm going to cut it off. Still not completely dried out, but hopefully it'll be alright in the bucket. That's it. So we've got a load in there. Now I'm going to newspaper in there, and that one's all ready to be moved on into the shed. Stick it up on there for the moment, out of the way. So another one got ready. Let's get we've got another bucket here. Now it has forecast possibility of snow for the weekend, so it's obviously going to turn a lot colder, and these dahlias need to be moved out the tunnel now, because the tunnel will give some protection, but if it's going to drop down to, I don't know, if the temperature was to drop down to -3, it could possibly freeze in the tunnel. So I've got 2 in there we need. Right, so what I'm going to do, get rid of some of these. There's not much soil on there. while I'm doing this, I just want to thank everyone for the lovely comments on yesterday's video. I'm quite surprised really how many replies I had. It made me really feel good. And obviously I've had a lot of people who viewed the channel, and I've had 5 new subscribers. I'm not quite sure whether that's just all coincidence or what, but thank you anyway. Just Ray at the allotment, the chairman, has just allowed me to take some raspberry canes, what I've got left over, and loganberries, and they've all gone onto the fire. So that's got rid of 2 big heaps full of barrows full. Look at the size of some of these, folks. You're only going to get one of those in there. Right, anyway folks, you've got the idea what I'm doing. I'm not going to bore you with doing the whole lot, but we'll come back in a bit, hopefully, and you'll see that this area will be looking different. Thanks for watching. Hello folks, I'm back again. I think you can see now, or hopefully you can see, I've had a tidy up in the big polytunnel. Everything's come off the floor, it's all been swept up. And I've got these hopefully will give me my early strawberries for next year. That's the plan anyway. Plants are all looking pretty good. I've been taking all the dead leaves off. I never actually got to get these perennials into the ground, so I'm leaving them in here during the winter, and hopefully some of them can be put in somewhere, maybe at home or maybe up here if they survive the winter. But at least I know that these had perennials in. There's nothing here that isn't a perennial, so if nothing starts growing back in the spring, we'll know to get rid of it. I need to clear this out. I grew this parsley, but we never ate any, so that needs to all come out. The beetroot's got one which is hidden at the back, that can come out. I've got some dahlias what are left here drying out. Most of them have all been put in paper now, in buckets. There's a few dahlias here what I've left in the soil. Basically it's all down to experimenting. I've got that many dahlias here and at home that I can afford to play around and see what survives and what doesn't. There's the polyanther bed, and so looking a bit sorry for itself. I've just been sprinkling soil over it, but they seem to be coming on alright. So that's another thing, because it's really too hot in the tunnel for polyanthers, but we'll see what happens. I've got them all in at home, so it's just having a bit of fun, experimenting and seeing, whether they survive, whether they don't. Just it's all down to gives me experience. So there we are folks, that's how it's looking at the moment. And obviously things will change throughout the year. I probably need to have the racking up by March, so things will get changed around again. Probably all those perennials will probably be moved outside, or I don't know, they'll go somewhere anyway, because I need this surface all for my seed growing. Right, that's it. I've been babbling on and off, and I'm going to be back again later because I'm doing some winemaking. So until then, catch you later.